Hey party people. So this is Raptor. The creator of the character Raptor. More to that later. But this is more of a personal announcement kind of thing. So there's gonna be two parts to this. One which is just an insight into me, who I am, what I've been going through, maybe some life advice. And the second part about the future of my content, what I plan to be doing. I'm gonna put timestamps right here so you can skip to whichever part you care about more. For TikTok, this video is going to be a lot shorter, naturally. You can see the full version on YouTube if you care. I've been going through a lot, personally. No surprises there. But it takes a lot of self-growth to realize that you've been a pretty horrible person for much of your entire life. No, why that was, I already know. And I know that it's technically not my fault, but it is my fault for treating people the way I did, which wasn't great. All of the metronome drama, it's like stuff that if you hear anything about metronome, it's really just something that I did, whether it was recently or in the past. So when you hear something about metronome, it's really something that comes back to me like 99% of the time. But people really don't like separating my name from metronome, so they don't like saying, "Ooh, Voidborn Raptor did this," or "Void Jumping Raptor did this," or whatever. It's always metronome because metronome is a bigger name. Metronome is an entity to take down. I tried to explain this multiple times. I separated myself from the team so the people that are on the team don't get backlash from things that I did. It's not really working, and at this point, it's really just ignorance from other people because, I'm trying to protect the team, an innocent team of people who haven't done anything from things that I did and things that I said, and people are just kind of like, no, I'm gonna lambast the innocent people in all of this because, I don't know, it gives me more views, or we don't like metronome and it's a competitor or something. It's easier to take down a big name than it is to bash on a small creator, even though I'm the one taking accountability for everything. It is what it is. I've been genuinely trying to protect my team, my friends, my family, and it's just not working out. And it's causing a lot of stress, as you can imagine, not just for me and the people involved, but pretty much everybody who inserts themselves into these situations, which honestly, most of them, but it all piles up, and people tend to dogpile onto anything negative if it takes down somebody they don't like, or a competitor of theirs, or whatever, you name it. Point is, I've been a pretty horrible person, and I know this. I know why. I'm in the process of changing myself. It's not easy for anyone out there who has BPD or any adjacent variant of it. It's difficult, I know, but you can manage it, and you can realize that the way you've been treating people and the way you've been reacting to things is unhealthy, borderline abusive, and hurtful. These are really tough lessons that people like me learn the wrong way, honestly. There's easier ways to learn that you've been mistreating people. It's a type of pain that you just need to go through in order to grow, in order to move on and realize, okay, I've been a pretty bad person, but I can be better. I want to be better. It's not going to be instantaneous. You're going to need time to grow from all of that. That's okay. Everybody's going to need time. And the people that have decided to distance themselves from you are not at fault. It's entirely your fault. But that doesn't make you a monster. It makes you somebody who has learned the wrong lessons, somebody who's taken a wrong path, probably somebody who's traumatized and just doesn't know any better. It's a horrible pain to go through in the end, but it's necessary for you, it's necessary for other people, and it's necessary for your future. I've lost a lot of people the past few years. I've met a lot of great people who are still with me to this day, who've stuck with me through everything, and I will forever be grateful that they have this kind of patience with me, that they forgive me to the extent that they have. I don't take that for granted. Honestly, I would not have been upset had any of them left as well. To the people that have left, that's okay. I am not mad at you. I don't have any ground to stand on to be mad at you, and I hope you're doing better. I hope you're healing from what I've put you through. I hope you're having a better life with better friends, better people, better partners. My doors are always open if you ever just want to talk. I've already had a bunch of people come into my DMs tell me, like, from my past, like how horrible I've been, and I get it. I understand. I don't need more people doing that. I know I've been a bad person, and I'm sorry. I know it's pretty fruitless to say that, but I promise you I am getting better. and I am working on myself. And I know I've mistreated you, and I hope you're doing better. I don't want the people that have left or have had any kind of involvement with me or something along the lines to out themselves in the comments. It's healthier for both of us in the end, and I'm still, I'm still on the path to better myself. So that kind of stress, it's really unnecessary for both of us. Just know I'm not angry at you. If it means anything, I forgive you. If you've ever felt like you might have done something that hurt me, but most importantly, I hope at some point you can forgive me for what I've done. Now, this is like years of reflecting, of realizing, of losing people and making really difficult mistakes that have brought me to this spot. So, if you know somebody who you feel like isn't treating you well or is showing symptoms of just being a horrible person, don't lose hope in them, but you need to be honest with them. You need to tell them. I know the internet has taught a lot of people that sometimes just ignoring things or hoping for the best is the way to go, but it really isn't. Especially for BPD patients who have so many impulsive decisions that they've made and probably never fully realized the extent of damage that it did. You need to be honest. You need to tell them. You need to communicate. Communication is the number one thing that keeps relationships from falling apart. And I keep telling people this. You need to communicate. You cannot not communicate and hide yourself behind a mask and then blame people for hurting you if you haven't told them that they were. That's unfair. You need to give people the chance to take accountability, to apologize, to be better. That said, you're also not entitled to stay around them. You're not. You don't have to, keep forcing yourself to be around somebody who's been hurting you. You can leave at any point, but just don't blame them afterwards if you haven't said anything and they haven't really gotten the chance to show you that they can be better and that they won't be better, that they realize they've hurt you, that they're sorry. You can leave, but don't blame them afterwards. Okay, yesterday I was on a live stream on TikTok with Lady Sun, I think their name is. I don't know. I called them JoJo. It was a really fun stream. We were there with side character and Essence Dawn. We had a good time fooling around, until it got interrupted by something. Some people probably caught on to what it was. I'm not going to go into detail about it. The person that joined wasn't entirely the issue. Well, not that person specifically, but their partner immediately went to my friend's DMs, the host JoJo's DMs, and started drama about me specifically. Telling them like, ooh, Voidborn Raptor is metronome and stuff like that. Like, it's not relevant anymore. To me, it's not relevant anymore. I've admitted to this. I never hid this. I renamed my Discord account from Metronome to Voidborn Raptor, Void Jumping Raptor, whatever. This is not a secret. I have never hidden this, and I would really appreciate it if people could just drop this and stop saying Metronome, and just, if you really want to spread drama about me, at least use my name. But also, why do you keep continuing this? I know I've been up. I know I shouldn't be saying that. I've been messing up. I know I've been hurting people. I've been making the wrong decisions. I get it. You can stop going into my friends' DMs trying to warn them about me. It's really unnecessary, and you don't need to keep meddling in my relationships and keep trying to ruin things for me just because you cannot get over what happened. I want to move on and heal. I would really appreciate it if you let me, and it will probably help you move on and heal as well. Especially considering that the person spreading this to other creators apparently has never met me or had any kind of run-in with me before. So I don't, it just makes even less sense for them to be going around into other people's DMs after, I've already admitted to a bunch of stuff and I'm trying to move on, trying to better myself, fooling around, messing around with each other, answering questions, stuff like that. We were having a really good time until that happened. And then it just ruined the mood, and everybody was upset afterwards, and it's really unnecessary. If you have an issue with me, please take it to me, but stop doing that. It's just destructive for no reason, and it's petty, and it's mature, and it doesn't do anything besides spreading more negativity, and it all comes back to you. Because you're the one who keeps dragging it on and keeps shoving this drama onto other creators who are genuinely just trying to have a good time with me. I guarantee you,
Jojo knows about me, about my past, about what I've done, what I've been through. They are a very close friend of mine. She means a lot to me, personally. She's a very, very good friend for me. She's been here through a lot of stuff, a lot of drama, a lot of, what I've been going through the past few months. She knows. She doesn't need you reminding her, and that's gonna be the case for literally everyone I hang out with. Because I only hang out with close friends right now for my own safety. Everybody that I hang out with knows. They don't need you reminding them that I've been a bad person in my past. Please stop. Please leave me alone. Please leave me and my friends alone. In terms of my future and my content, I still really want to help out with Metronome, because I do a lot of work for the avatars there, as you might imagine. I was the founder, I was the leader, I took charge of everything. I had to gradually step down and give away these roles to other people so they can manage themselves. But this team was built on a foundation that I created. This team is a family more than it is just a team. They've all refused to work without me, not out of some kind of spite or something, but we're a family, and I was part of so much of Metronome, even if I contributed to its downfall at some point with a lot of stuff that I've done. To these people, I am still a crucial part of the team. And all of the work that I've done would then fall back onto the other people. Hivemind and Essence Dawn, they've already done so much, and they have their own projects to work on. So that's just extra work for them that they can't manage. So while I would love to, keep helping them, there's also the issue of if I do go back to Metronome, people will start drama again and do void jumping raptors back on Metronome bad, which is really unfortunate because all Metronome was ever supposed to be was free or cheap content for everybody to use. It was a measurement against the mass amount of ripped avatars, which I argue we made a pretty good dent in, making a bunch of high quality free bases that people can use instead of, resulting to ripped avatars. I do think we helped. Maybe not like a massive amount, but I do think we did cut down on the ripping a little bit. And that was initially the goal for Metronome. It was never like anything financial or becoming this big, massive entity on social media that, has a massive following. It's the one reason that we kept continuing making content anyway, even when like views on TikTok dropped or whatever, because that was never the point. And we didn't really care from the start about, followers. The influx of followers that we gained throughout the first few months, it was pretty cool to see that kind of growth, and it was really amazing to work up to higher numbers, but in the end, it wasn't really part of the bullet point list of what Metronome wants to be and wants to reach. I'm still trying to figure out some stuff about that. I still want to work on my own avatars and make some stuff, more on that in a second. But in terms of being that bad presence for Metronome again, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. At least not publicly. I have been mostly working behind the scenes with them quietly without, taking credit or anything of the sort, and just making textures and stuff and helping with the videos without putting my name anywhere. I don't really care about credit. I really just care about Metronome and the project there as a whole, not the kind of clout or money I can make out of it. Even though it was really my only kind of income for a good while, and it still would have been, even though I have been trying to find a job. It's not really working out for me that well. I'll just have to see. For now, I'm gonna keep doing my own things, and then we'll see how things go on that front. Well, coming back to the avatar stuff, I do plan on hosting stuff like adoptables, avatar adoptables, which, I'm gonna make a random avatar and people can bid on it and buy it. There's also gonna be raffles in the future. I'm saving up for a diploma to go to school, get a diploma in visual arts, visual design. It's pretty expensive, as you can imagine, which is one of the reasons I'm trying to find a job right now. But you can imagine the job market isn't really great, especially in a pretty shaggy city that I live in. It's not great. I haven't been giving up for the past 2 years. I have been keeping myself busy, besides just, being online all the time, doing commissions, working on avatars, stuff like that. to make a little bit of money on the side. It's not making me a fortune or anything like that, but until I have a proper job, it is definitely better than nothing. So I do hope to see a bit of support on that side. It's going to be mostly hosted on Twitter, I think, until I have the guts to make a new Discord server. My Discord is a mess right now, as you can imagine. And I'm being threatened, too. I'm not gonna name any names because that's what got me shot in the foot last time. But I am under watch by an entity that really doesn't like me or anyone on Metronome, from what I know. The more I say about them, the more that they'll threaten me, so I'm not going to say anything else. It is unfortunate that I have to worry about my safety, my team's safety, stuff like that. But I still hope to be doing my own things and get a little bit of progress going for myself. I'm going to keep making content for TikTok. What direction, I cannot tell you, because every Roblox game that I've been focusing on seems to have some kind of drama right now. So I'm going to stay away from most of the games that have something going on right now and come back in the future, maybe focus on the games that currently do not have any drama on them, and overall focus a little bit more on my characters, content that is unique to me instead of the Forsaken Symbate, which most of you came from. It would be amazing to see a little bit of support on that front. All of my socials will be linked, so you can check them out. I don't know what else to do from here. Everything is really just on a maybe scale. If this works out, then this. If that doesn't work out, then that. So we'll just have to see. I guess one thing to mention, I know I've been saying I've been a terrible person, and that's still true. I will always stand by that, and I will always feel bad about it. But I'm choosing not to be a bad person anymore, which means you can talk to me about pretty much anything. I'm not your therapist, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you're some rando on the internet, I'm not going to care about your personal issues. I'm there. I can at least try to nudge you in the right path, to make sure you don't go down the same route that I have been going down. I know being validated by friends and family usually eases your mind and makes you think, oh, I'm doing good. Your friends and family are the frontmost people who are the least likely to tell you if you're hurting them or doing something wrong. They want to protect you, they want to be nice to you, and they want to be kind to you. I'm not like that. Which is honestly one of the reasons that people are a little bit wary about me. Why people have been scared of me, apparently, because I'm blunt and honest and I don't sugarcoat my opinions and thoughts. You're not alone. There's other people out there who struggle. There's other people out there who've probably done worse things than you have done. It doesn't validate you. It doesn't validate your mistakes, or it doesn't validate the fact that you have probably hurt people. It doesn't make you a monster either. It doesn't make you irredeemable. You can always choose to be a better person. You just need to make that realization and to step forward and take those steps. You can take your time with it. It is a rough path. I'm still on it. I'm still going to be on it for I don't know how long, months, years. It's a fight that's never truly over, but it's better to step forward and take accountability before people decide that you've hurt them enough and they need to leave. It's better for you if you don't have to do it alone. And people who care about you, they will be there for you. They will forgive you. They will be patient with you. They will help you. They will be by your side throughout all of it. You just need to be honest with yourself and with them. Thank you for listening, if you have listened so far. Thanks to everybody who's been showing support, everybody who's been there for me, with me, throughout all of this, or even just part of it. Thank you for understanding if you do. I'm sorry if you're one of the people that I hurt, somebody I offended or disrespected. I'm really, really sorry. And I hope you're doing better. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.